Welcome students, it's Miss Rosie and I'm really excited about this art project, craft project that we will be working on. Before I demonstrate how to make your craft project, I'm going to talk to you about a couple things. First of all, what shape is this? Does anybody know? That's right, these are circles. Circles, okay? That's like the shape of a letter O or a zero. They're circles. Can you tell me the difference between these circles? There's a couple differences. Do you see how the size? One of these circles is big and one circle is small. What's the other difference? The colors. That's right, guys. This one has yellow and oranges in it, and this circle has some greens and blue and a little yellow. Does anybody know what these two circles represent? Yes, you guys are so smart. You got it. This big circle is our sun, and this small circle is the earth. That's right. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the sun first. The sun is a giant star. It is very hot. The sun provides us with lots of heat and light. The sun is the center of our solar system. And did you know that the sun is 109 times bigger than our little planet Earth? It's huge. The Earth is the third planet from the sun. So there's two more planets and then our planet Earth. 29% of Earth is covered by land. So the greens and yellows, that's the land. And 71% of our Earth is covered in water, oceans, lakes, and rivers. We are 92.96 million miles away from the sun. That's far away. Isn't it amazing to learn about the sun and the earth? It's a lot of fun. Well, we're going to make these two. I'm going to send home coffee filters. Some are going to be big and some are going to be smaller. So big and small. How many do we have here? Count with me. 1, 2. We have 2 with shape. That's right. 2 circles. So I'm going to send home some coffee filters. I'm going to send you home more than 2 so that if you want to make extras, you can. And you can make several planets even. Just cut them to the shapes you need. Okay? Another thing that you already have at home that I already sent home to you is your watercolor set. You could use your markers too, if that's easier to hold on to and use, that's fine. But I used watercolor, and then you do have a paintbrush, but you could use one of the paintbrushes that I sent home before, so you could use a bigger paintbrush or the one that comes in your watercolor set, whatever you like. And I'm also sending home a little plastic bottle, and I want you to fill that up with water. Okay? I'll show you how to use that in just a minute, but I wanted you to know what's coming in your packets and what you'll need to do this project. Also, it's very important to find a space at home. Ask mom or dad or an adult or an older sibling where you can work because it will get a little bit messy, and after you're done painting, you'll have to make sure you let it dry completely. Okay? Alright, we'll get started with the video on how to make your sun and your earth. Okay, let's get started. I've set up an area where it's okay to make a mess and get dirty. You may want to use your aprons. First thing I want to do is I'll show you. I wet my paints, the ones that I'm going to be using. You don't have to wet them all, just the ones I'm going to be using for this project, which this one's my sun, so I want to make sure the yellows and oranges are pretty wet, and maybe a little bit of my red. And then I want to wet my filter. So I want to make sure it's wet. It's going to get dry, but I don't want to over wet it because then it's going to take a long time to get dry. And I'm going to start just painting a circle. And you guys can kind of see I'm going around in a circle. And it does not have to be perfect. You know how I like to paint. It's never perfect, but in the end, it's all going to look beautiful. All right. So I have a little container here that has my water, and I put a whole bunch of my brushes in it. You don't have to, but I always like to have extra brushes in case I need them. And I'm dipping my paintbrush into the water and then adding my colors. And I just want to kind of go in a circle, and your sun can have more yellow or orange, whichever color you want. What's your favorite colors? Well, for me, I'm going to tell you what my favorite colors are. And I think my favorite colors are my favorites because of the time of the year that is my favorite time of the year. Can you guess if I tell you I like yellows and oranges and reds, what my favorite time of the year, what season is my favorite? Well, if you guessed that Miss Rosie's favorite time of the year is fall, then you're right, and I do love the fall. What's your favorite? You can share with me and your teachers what your favorite time of the year is. Okay, so we're pretty much done. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell if I've missed any spots because filter paper, coffee filters are really small, light materials, but I'm going to squirt it off at the end. And then I'm going to set it on top of a paper towel right back here. I'm going to lift it up real careful and set it there to dry. See? It's going to dry. Let's give it some time. Then I'm going to put a little paper towel because that's all wet. But this is okay. This is my space to get dirty. And make sure it's okay with your parents, okay? That you find a spot because it's a little messy. We don't want to get in trouble. So we definitely want to have permission. Okay, and then this one is going to be a lot more blue, like 70% it said. 70% of our earth is water, oceans, rivers, and lakes. Do you guys love the ocean? Or the river or lake? What do you like best? I'm going to say, personally, I love the ocean. I'm not a big fan of sand. I don't want having sand all over my car and, you know, all over my feet. So I'm not crazy about the sand, but, you know, we have to take the good and the bad together, right? So I do like the ocean. I'm gonna add some green. I'm just kind of filling in some of the space that I left. Does anybody remember how much land we have? Well, it's 29% of our earth. So I'm going to add a little brown even, because not every part of earth is green as much as we would like that. But there we go. So 29% is land and 71% is water. There we go. All right. This was a fun, easy little project. I'm gonna get another piece of paper towel so that I can let my earth dry on top of a dry towel. So now you can kind of see the sun and the earth. There they are. Aren't they beautiful? Once they dry, you could put them up in your room or in a folder where you keep your art. You could even write the fun facts about the sun on top of your tissue paper, or it's not tissue paper, it feels like it, but on top of your coffee filter when it's all dry, and fun facts about Earth. That would be a neat little thing to do, because then you would remember all those fun, interesting facts about our sun and about our Earth. All right, guys, as always, I've had so much fun spending this time with you. I hope you've had fun with me too, and make sure that you send pictures or videos to your teacher, and they can post it on the Google Classroom and share it with all of us.